Hello, can you share your screen?
No, it says host disabled attendee screen sharing.
Yeah, but maybe try now.
Oh, yep. It's working now.
Okay.
Is this what the graph is supposed to look like?
Looks pretty good, but what is the green line? Oh yeah, it's noise level.
Yep.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Also, in the lab, it doesn't say, it only says that the person goes away at the end, but it doesn't say the person comes back. But in the graph, it shows that the person is coming back.
Yes.
It says and moves away again at the end, right?
Yeah.
But on the graph, it shows that the person comes back closer.
Yeah, I will also show you what is my graph, so you can compare with it later on. But I think
Okay.
it's pretty good. But what you
All
need
right.
to do is just separate them into three graphs.
Oh,
But
do we
this
have
one
to
is
do that?
it's better to do that, but of course you can do this. There is no problem with that. Just carefully follow this instruction. You can see it asks us to create three graphs.
Yeah.
You can see three graphs.
Yeah, it's here, right? Three graphs. All right, thank you.
All good. Okay, let's move on.
This data recording will be available for this lab?
Of course, we will have a recording on the YouTube later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you can also attend other tutorial if you want. We have tutorial in Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Okay.
So if you have if you have any question, it's better to attend the tutorial and ask online, so we can answer you directly.
Oh, I see. How can I reach to the YouTube?
Of course. I share a link here. Let me see. Move back here. Here's a link. Let me send it to the chat channel. So you can see here, we have timetable here. You can also find this one on our Moodle, but it's not in table format. Let me send to the chat. Links here.
Thank you.
Okay. So you are just feel free to join any tutorial if you want and ask the question you have. Okay, sorry. Yeah, let's go to lab 2. So let me have a brief introduction of what we need to do in lab 2. Let me open the lab 2 first. In lab 2, because we don't need to do any submission on lab 1, so all we need to do is just make sure you do the submission for lab 2. In lab 2, we just use what we have learned before to observe a file with Wireshark, and then we need to use our mobile phone to create a hotspot and use our personal computer to capture the hotspot signal. And that's all. Let's see. There are two tasks, task 1 and task 2. let's have a look of task 1 at first. At task 1, just download this file, click it and download it. Then we need to open it with the Wireshark. Then follow these 5 steps. Okay, so let's have a quick look of it. It asks us to download this link and then apply a filter. Let's see. The SSID is the name of the hotspot. Yeah, and the description of it is the trace was collected while the mobile phone was moved away from the laptop slowly, then move back close to it again and move away once again. The trace was captured in monitor mode. Okay. So what does this mean is like he used the mobile phone as his hotspot or something, and then he just moved away from the laptop slowly, which means his mobile phone is nearby his laptop at first, and then he just move away and then move back. So you can see the distance between the hotspots and the laptop is different. Okay, so what we need to do is plot 3 graphs here. And then we need to describe this graph like answer this question, just answer every question here, you'll be fine. Just simply describe it. It's very, very simple task. Okay. And how to do this task is follow these 5 steps. I will show you like that. And how about task 2? You can see task 2 is ask you to collect a data and then do the same thing. Let's see, set up your phone as a Wi-Fi hotspot, right? And the SSID is your ZID. Then connect your laptop to this Wi-Fi hotspot and using the Wireshark, use Wireshark here. Once you connect to your mobile phone hotspot, just click this one, start capturing packets. If you are using the Windows 10, you need to use the network monitor to capture this. You are using this one to capture the packets, like here. Press start. And once you finish your capture, you need to stop it and save as a file name and then open it with Wireshark. Okay. So what you need to do is like move around in 1 second, in 1 minute. You can travel around and describe what have you do here. Like first move it away slowly, and then slowly bring it back close to the laptop without stopping anywhere. Okay. So after the capture, just follow the 5 steps. 5 steps is here. So what we need to do is just collect the data by ourselves and do the task 1 again. That's all. Again, okay? So let's have a look of how to do the task 1. Task 1. So at first we need to open the file we have. It's lab2. Just open it. It's over here. Because I have already applied the 3 columns here. Let me delete it. Yeah. It's here. Let's just follow these steps. Step 1, import. We have already done. And step 2, apply a filter of SSID. So it's wlan.ssid go to comp 4336. We can delete this one. It also work. And just have a check of it. And see the SSID is over here. Right? You can have a check. Is any packet have the same SSID? Yes. It says we have about 6,000 packets. Here are only 176. So if we delete this filter, it will show all the packets here. I can also compare. Yeah, it's the same. So only 3% packets is what we need. Okay. And add the columns as I described. I think I have already told you how to apply this column. I just apply again. Just click the row and then find the stuff we want. It's over here, like the signal strength, apply as a column. Level noise, apply as a column. Signal to noise ratio, apply as a column. So we finished. And step 4. Yeah, into a CSV file, right? Just click here as CSV and save it. It's in the file export package decisions as CSV. Okay. And then desktop, like how to, and then open CSV file with your favorite graphing tool like Excel and MATLAB or Python, etc. And plot the SNN over time. So I will show you how I do this. So at first I will show you how to do it with Excel. Open this with Excel. And what I do is I just extract what I need to a new table. Yeah, like this. So you may find it trouble to like generate a graph. So you can see it's not working. So why? It is because you need to extract the number from the string. Like the 26 minus 26 dBn should be minus 26 instead of the string here. So what we need to do is use the data text to columns. Use the delimiter of maybe D or the space will work. Okay, and click the finish. And we can delete these 2 columns. Okay, So we get a number here. And then we can use the insert a line chart. But in here, we need to use our time as our x-axis. So let's just fix it. Delete time here, apply. And then use the time as our x-axis. So select data here and click the signal and click edit. Select the time axis. You can see now the time is our x-axis. And after that, we also need to set out the title and other stuff, and the axis title and the data level, maybe not. Yeah, just make this graph beautiful. And put something like it's the time or something. Time. Put the unit on here and describe it and describe it. That's all. All good. And we just do the same thing with the noise level and signal to noise ratio. Does anyone need more demonstration on that? Yes, the tutorial recording link will post on the Moodle. Yes. And could you tell me what should I do about my situation? Let me check what you have. Is this one? Okay, none of network adapters are bound to the network driver. Yeah, you just need to log out and log back. Yeah. After the installation, have you restart your computer? If not, just restart it. If you still have this kind of trouble, maybe install a driver or the capture stuff. And just have a double check of it. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, I will also show you how to use Python to do this one. So open the Jupyter notebook here. Create a new one, Python. Okay, and thus see. We use pandas to load the CSV data and use Seaborn to help us to plot the line chart. And we can also use the matplot library to plot this one. It's the same. Load the data frame at first. The pandas read CSV. The name is out2.csv. Yeah. So let's have a look at it. This looks like this one. All good. And what we need to do just the same. Use the time as our x-axis and the signal strength as our y-axis. So at first, we also need to extract the, how do I say that? Extract the number, the float from the string. So let's use a function to do to this. Let's define a function which is SS that it dbm and make it as a float. This one is a string. Right. Let's just have a very quick demonstration on this. You can see that this function allows us to extract the number, the float from the string. See, we put a -26 dbn, it will give us -26. What we need to do is just use a apply data frame of this line. Dot apply this function. Okay. So we just create, sorry, a new column which name is SS equal to this one. So let's have a look. The new column. Sorry, new columns here. And then we use the CBOM to help us to plot. CBOM dot align plot, and data is our data frame, and the x-axis is time, and then the y-axis is the SS. That's the plot. And you also need to add some title on it. You can discover this library by yourself and add a title and the x-axis, the units to here. Okay. So that's how we plot the graph on the Python. It's quite simple. Just extract the float from the string and then use the library to plot it with only one line. Do you have any question on it?
Hi, Ray. Can I ask a question regarding to the second part of the
Yes.
lab, please? The second part of the lab is ask us to analyze the trends of the noise plot.
Yeah.
So can you give us some intuition of why the noise level over time is looking like this?
Looking like this.
Thank you. Yeah.
You can see the noise level is didn't move a lot, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so but the signal strength is different. You can see it's something like this. So okay, that's the plots I made in my report. It's something like this, and which should be look like the same or similar? You can compare it by yourself.
Yes, it is very similar, but like we can observe the pattern from the signal strength over time,
Yeah.
but we can't like I can't quite make sense from the noise level over time because it doesn't
Yeah.
change much.
Yeah, yes, but I cannot give you like the exact answer to you because if you give you just write it on the reports and just, but we can discuss in next lab, so you can observe by yourself and make your conclusion at first.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Yes,
And maybe
yeah, I cannot give you the direct answer of it, but just have a
Sure.
look of the lecture.
Yeah, sure. Maybe
Right,
some
what have you
hints,
learned?
like maybe some hints on that.
Yeah, my hint is just have a carefully look of the lab tool. Let me find. Yeah. So what you need to do is answer the question over here. Yeah. And your observation is pretty good. You already find some pattern, right? The noise didn't like move anything. So like noise is keeping the same level. So that's a kind of pattern. You just describe it and tell us why. Or you can also ask the question on the reports. That's fine. So what we need to do is to like have a check. Do you have any efforts on these reports? So just show us what have you done in this lab. That will be fine. Okay, let's move on to the next task. So in this task, just do the same thing as task 1. So what you need to do is set up your mobile phone with your ZID, then connect your laptop to it. But I cannot show you on my computer because if I set up and connect it, I will lose the connection. But assume I have already set up and connect to it. I just use my Wireshark or Microsoft monitor to do the capture. Once I'm ready, I'm just press this button, stop capturing, and then I'm holding my mobile phone, which is the hotspot, slowly move away from my computer or from my laptop. I'm just walking away from my computer slowly. At the first 30 seconds, we are moving away slowly. And at the second 30 seconds, we are moving back to the computer. You can set a timer on your mobile phone or something and start moving. Okay, assume we have back to the computer now, then we can click this stop button and save it. Let's say lab 2. Lab 2, mine. Okay. And what you need to do is just analyze this stuff again, just like in task 1, and generate this kind of graph. And some students might have some problem as the noise level or signal to noise ratio if they are using the Microsoft, because in Windows 10 we are not able to capture the noise level and the signal to noise ratio. You are only able to find the signal strength in your file, but that's fine. Just tell us you are using the Windows 10. That would be good, and show us your show us your file. Yeah, that would be good. You can see, in order to do the submission, we require you to make a PDF file, including all the graphs and your commentary, and also a zip file. You need to submit the CSV file of your trace file. Okay. And what should you be careful is that the CSV file should only include the package of your, which is your SSID. Do you remember we apply a filter on it? Like this kind of filter. We have like 6,000 packets, but we only submit like 200 here, right? Because we have applied a filter in the package. So that is the CSV file we need to submit. And do not include all the graphics inside the CSV file. You need to delete this. Just keep it simple. And if you have like any question related to the submission, like you are not able to capture the noise level, that's fine. Just tell us what happened in the report. And if you are not able to, let's say, find the SSID in your package, just tell us what happened in the report. You'll be fine. Okay. Oh yeah, and let's go to the next part. The submission. The submission is the in the Moodle. You can find a link on it, and the deadline is next week. I think it's Monday, isn't it? And if you have failed to capture the package or have any other problem which stop you to finish any task, just describe it on the PDF file, because we find a lot of students having trouble on capturing the package by themselves. So just if you fail to do that, just don't panic. Just describe which kind of problem have you met and what kind of effort have you do to tackle this problem and what is the final result. That would be good. And just don't copy or borrow some file from your friend if they are able to capture the file. Just do not share any file or code or text to your friend or other student in this course. And you may also find a lot of like reports from last year in GitHub. So do not copy them because we are using a Turnitin to check the plagiarism. If you copy any kind of graph or text, it will be detected. Okay. Okay, so last part is the report. Let me show you the report. It's very simple to do the report. Maybe you just need 1 or 2 pages to do it. About the format, it should be looks like this one. You can see it's our lab description of lab. just follow this format. Like the title should be looks like this, but I'm not saying you have to do this. There's no mark for the formats, but if you making your report looks like this, it will be excellent. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, so just make it clear. We don't need you to write lots of things on your report. Just answer the question and you will get a full mark. And if you fail to do any task, just describe it. Where have you met? What is the problem? And did you do any efforts to tackle this kind of problem? And you will still get a mark. Just don't copy or borrow some stuff from your friends. And that's all I can say. Yeah, here are the formats. You can see we put a picture on here, and then we describe what is this image is. Just follow this stuff and use the bullet points to describe something. Okay, so I don't think it's very hard to our lab 2, isn't it? I think most of you will get full marks. And that's all I can say for the lab 2. And see you in next week if you don't have any question. I'll stay here until the end of the tutorial. Feel free to leave. Thank you so much. We will be at 2 p.m. next week. I'm very sorry for my late. And if you have any question, just come to other tutorial to find me or just post your question on the forum. And yeah, if you have some question related to the submission, for example, the model is down, but the deadline is incoming like in 5 minutes, just send me or send other tutor an email to prove you have already done the report or something other stuff. Okay, could you give some pictures about Win 10, just like this of Mac? What do you mean by this? Could you give us some pictures about Win 10? Are you talking about the graphs on task 2? This one? Could you give us some pictures about Win 10 just like this of Mac? You're asking about the screenshot that we need to make on the task, right? Specific operation screenshot. Okay, so you asked me to give you some screenshot of the key step of the task. Yes, it's a good idea. Yeah, maybe I can do it later on. I'm considering to like do some small video about it, like how to apply a new column, how to create some stuff we need, how to apply the filter. Yeah, maybe I just do like 1 minute small or short video to demonstrate how to do the key steps. So you don't need to like watching the whole recording again, which is wasting your time. Yeah. Yes, I would do this later on, but if you have any specific question on the configuration right now, I can help you with that. So basically, there's not much difference between Windows 10 and Mac, except the collection steps, because we are using the Wireshark to collect the data with Mac and Linux, but we're using the Microsoft Network Monitor to collect the data with Windows 10. So that is the difference, but other steps are the same. So if you are using Windows 10, just open this monitor and click, let's say, new capture, right? And then just press the start and hold your phone, move away from the computer slowly, and then move back to your computer. And that's all. If you cannot find any like packet you want, maybe you can like run a command, which is like let's say ping your mobile phone. Let's say it's 192.168.1.1, but you need to figure out the address by yourself. Just run this command and it will keep sending the packets to your mobile phone, so you can find more traffic on here. Yes, if you wondering how can you find the IP address of it, you can use the ipconfig, or for example here, I'm using this as my wireless network adapter. So this is my IP address, and this is my mobile phone's IP address. Just ping this one, and how to do the ping. Let's say number of equal to send. Let's say 100. send 100 packets to this address. And so we can just click the stop button here and start moving. Then we'll have more traffic from my computer to the hotspot. Okay. Yeah, but you're right. I should make some small video or picture and upload to Moodle or the GitHub to help students to understand it. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, we have 2 minutes to go. If you have any question, just ask me now. If you don't have any question, just feel free to leave. See you on the next week.